Oops. I have hiccups. I haven't been able to get rid of them the whole day. Ugh. And my nose is runny. Hiccups and a runny nose. Welcome to England. What noise was that? The people that I'm living with officially think I'm crazy because I'm now talking about the sounds that I make in my room alone. Yeah. Oh well. So, week 2, eh? Summary, yeah, good. So, week 2 of living in England. Thanks again for watching my week 1 video. So, what did Turin get up to in week 1? I mean, week 2, see, it's a good thing I wrote it down, because I almost thought it was week 1. I have a lot of Pepsi in me, so this could be an interesting video. Monday, did some phone calling to somewhere. Let me find out what it's called. Oh yes, Monday I phoned the job centre, which is part of the Department for Work and Pensions in the UK. Basically, they are responsible for issuing national insurance numbers to people that want to work in England. So, seeing as that's what I want to do here, I kind of needed to get a national insurance number, but you have to phone the job centre to get an appointment to go for an interview for your national insurance number. So I did that on Monday, booked my interview, which was going to be on Wednesday morning. Tuesday, I had an appointment at Lloyd's to go and set up a current account. Nikos was the account manager that met me. He opened the account for me, and his wife or fiance, girlfriend, he called her partner. She is actually half South African, half Greek, so there was a cool South African connection there. So bank account sorted out. Tuesday I also went to Primark. Holy crap, Primark, what an amazing shop. Bought myself a very thick jacket because it is getting very cold. It's very nice and warm. So I have been wearing this every day since I bought it on Tuesday. It is amazing because all I need to do is put a t-shirt underneath and put this on, and I'm perfectly warm, and I put my scarf and my beanie and my gloves on, and it's perfect. I'm like an Eskimo walking around Bristol city centre. Okay, back to the job centre bit, by the way. I got a letter from the presidency that I posted on my Facebook inviting me to something with President Jacob Zuma. Yes, I did just do a name drop there. But you might remember that they spelt my name quite wrong. Well, it seems I can't escape it in England either. The interview on Wednesday that I then had Wednesday morning at the job centre in Bristol City Centre for my national insurance number. Had an interview there with a lady. She was very cool. We got along very well, and she has approved my application for a national insurance number. And what they do, the number will take about 6 weeks to get to me, but they give you a letter saying that you can work in the UK without your number so long. And this letter basically says Turin is an amazing person, wonderful character, and it says none of that. That's pretty stock standard letter. But back to the misspelling of the name that I can't escape. So in England, with the Department of Work and Pensions, I am known as Tryon Cosway. So, Tryon Cosway will be getting his national insurance number soon from the job centre in Bristol City Centre that I went to do the interview for my national insurance number. That was very complicated. I then went from there to the accommodation that I was going to be staying at on Wednesday night and Thursday night, because the accommodation I'm staying at the moment was booked those 2 nights already. So I had to find somewhere else for Wednesday night and Thursday night, which I did also through Airbnb. That was on the other side of Bristol. So I had said to the new hosts that I would meet them at 11 o'clock. So I went straight from my interview to them. They were about half an hour bus trip from the city centre. Met them, got the keys, chatted to them for a bit. That was pretty cool. Then had to go from them back to my old accommodation, which is where I actually am back at now. It's very complicated. I've been very unsettled jumping between different accommodations. Anyway, went from the new hosts back to my initial host. Her name is Florence. You might remember that. This is Florence. Fetched my bags. Luckily, I could keep one of my monstrosity of bags here. And then I took one of my bags and my hand luggage back on the bus, back to my new hosts. And that trip from Florence's house to the new hosts, who are Sally and Andy, they are an hour and 10 minute bus drive apart. So that was interesting. So an hour and 10 minutes to Florence, get my luggage, and an hour and 10 back to Sal and Andy. That was Wednesday. So Wednesday night I explored the local main road near Sal and Andy's house, which has got like your corner shops and your takeaways and restaurants and stuff like that. Found a pizza place that was having a special. It was £8 for a medium pizza and a soft drink, and it is the most that I have spent on a single meal in England since getting here. £8, that's a lot of money. But I decided to spoil myself, so I had a Hawaiian pizza and a Coke for £8, and I ate my entire pizza walking the streets of that part of Bristol. And it's a really good way to explore. Walked all the way to the one side of the main road and explored the suburbs up and down through the housing areas and everything. Finished my pizza and made my way back to Sal and Andy's. That was Wednesday night. Then the next day, Thursday, decided to go for a bit of a walk around and explore this new part of Bristol that I hadn't seen. Went to a huge park. It's called something Smythe. I want to say Gotham Smythe, but I'm mixing up reality and Batman. It's something Smythe Park. I'll probably put the name somewhere on the screen, there, here, anywhere. Also decided to go for a walk up to the river in Bristol and see what that was like. But again, forgetting that it gets dark so early here. By the time I reached the river's edge, it was quite dark, so it wasn't the best for exploring, specifically seeing as I didn't know the area at all. So it's about a 25-minute walk from Sal and Andy's house to the riverside, so I did that. Okay, so that was Thursday evening. That was my second night at Sal and Andy's, and I did the same thing on Thursday night. Went to the pizza place. It was having a special, £8, another pizza, another drink. Really expensive meal, but it was really delicious pizza, and I ate the pizza exploring the other side of the suburbs. Went back to Sal and Andy's, chatted again to them. They're really nice people, so it's very cool to chat to them. Thursday night, I then spent the night looking for accommodation for next week, for week 3. In fact, if you're watching this on Monday, it'll be for this week. And because I didn't have accommodation for week 3, so frantically looking for accommodation on Thursday night online, looking on Airbnb and like spare room and rooms to let and all these different weird and wonderful websites. As luck would have it, on Friday morning when I woke up, the hosts that I was staying with, Sal and Andy, actually offered, because they know I was looking for accommodation, they offered for me to stay there the whole of this week. You're watching it on Monday, so this week coming, week 3, which was great. Friday I made my way back to Florence, my initial host, so another hour and 10 bus, hour and 10 long, my English is really getting bad, which is very ironic considering where I am. So another 1 hour and 10-minute long bus trip back to Florence's. Staying at Florence's house Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. So on Friday I met Axel, who's also staying here at Florence's. She's also here through Airbnb.
Bonjour. Bonjour, bonjour.
That's Axel. She's French, can you tell? She's really cool, we get along very well. We spent a lot of time on Friday night chatting. And then on Saturday, Florence, Axel and myself all went into the Bristol city centre to a meetup that was being done in the centre as part of Je suis Charlie, which, if you're not familiar with what the Je suis Charlie movement is all about, I will put a link up somewhere on the screen as well that you can read about why that's so important. It was a powerful meetup, a simple thing like people were just holding up a pen or a pencil and just standing there silently at this meetup. It was very symbolic. From there, Florence went off with her friends, and Axel and I went into Bristol city centre. Axel hadn't been into the city centre yet, so I took her around and showed her what I had already learnt about the city centre. Then on Sunday, Axel and I decided to go today to walk along the river's edge, and we made sure we did it so that we would still have daylight there and back. So we're on the 71 bus, and it's double decker, so we've come to the top level. Got to walk all the way along the main section of the river edge, like from the city centre all the way on the one side, and we went to see, well, I really wanted to see the Brunel, the ship. I'll show you some pictures on the screen somewhere, and wanted to go inside, but it was £13 for a ticket, almost £14 for a ticket actually, and I wasn't really prepared to spend for. Okay, so my camera very interruptingly ran out of space, so luckily I have another memory card because Turin comes prepared. So where I was, oh yes, so I didn't want to really spend £14 on a ticket to go onto the ship that I could just look inside on the internet. My English is really failing me. I think it's just I'm tired. And that was Sunday, and that was week 2 of me living in England. Week 3 will hopefully involve a lot more job-centric discussions. I'm hoping. I really am hoping. Touch wood. And week 1 I will be, week 3 I'm losing track of time. Week 3 I'll be staying in one place for the entire week, which will be really good, so I won't be unsettled, so I can really focus on other things other than accommodation worries. So we'll see how week 3 goes. Thanks so much for watching my video yet again. Thanks very much. Good night from my side, and probably good morning, good Monday, whenever this is that you're watching. Thanks again for watching. Week 2 of living in England done.